weight with arm skeleton. So I am heavy, I am heavy. I'm not feeling my weight as I get out of the chair. I'm heavy. And I am an elegant, sophisticated skeletal structure. And it's mostly the bones that are standing me up. And then I can move. Because the muscles, yes, they're holding the bones in place, but not so much that they get stuck. Yeah? And that works. That works for playing the piano too. So let's take a Rachmaninoff prelude. Oh, sorry. So that was a sort of a, not bad, a kind of a standard technique. I'm bringing this one out. These are lighter. I'm kind of digging into it a little bit, digging a little bit. And then here I come and I'm connecting my arm to the key. It's a beautiful weighted touch, which is fat and singing like a good soprano. Not one of these modern thin ones. The real Valkyrie soprano, yeah? I'm sorry. We're not allowed to make jokes like that anymore. Anyway, I'm old school. So, it's not bad. But to my ear, with working to bring this voice out, somehow I would like more space between the voices. I would like more space. So I'm going to do it, I'm going to bring this one out with a very strange thing. I talk a lot about standing up, but now I'm going to do the standing action as if I was on the International Space Station. So I am weightless, and I kind of stand up, but I'm already hanging in space. So my foot kind of reaches down to the floor and touches it. So to hear already, this sounds completely different. So I'm weightless and I'm dangling, and these ones go to the escapement but not past. Did I talk about the escapement in yesterday's lesson? Yeah, and lecture, yeah. So, and here I'm also dangling, I'm also weightless, but I'll go through the escapement. I'll go to the synovial fluid, but I will not compress the synovial fluid. So nowhere am I actually touching the bottom of the key. Here I'm closer, but you hear, there's a shock. I touched the bottom of the key. And now, this is pure sound. There's no shock here, because I didn't get there. And this sound is significantly better. Here I'm going to touch the bottom of the key. And here there's an impact. And now, no impact. Impact here. So did you hear the difference? Did you like it more? A little bit, right? Yeah. So, look, maybe I'm not being fair to the arm weight people because I kind of overdid it. I wanted to exaggerate. I wanted to make my point. But I think even the way I showed of playing there, to me, to my ear, is superior even to the so-called weighted touch when it's done really well. Because this, it opens the piano in a way that you cannot open the piano if there's any impact to the key bed. got to dangle and touch it and never, 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 ever deny the key its lever nature. So that's what I'm doing. The key, no matter where I am in this, the key can always push my finger back up. I did not lift my finger. I let the key push my finger up. I let the key push my finger. I'm feeling the key. The key wants to come up. It wants to push my finger. Okay, I'm going to let that happen. And that's what gives me a floating melody, a melody where there's no breaks, there's no cut. I never have to start again. I just ride on the wave. Yeah? So that's what we're eventually using the whole piano somatics. I talk a lot about the skeletal structure and the arch and how it moves, how the arm moves sideways in order to join tones while the fingers are busy making tones. But what we're getting to is to access the voice of the piano and realize that at the minute there's any impact at the bottom of that key, that's like it's like too much consonance. Look. So, you know, it's actually quite close to a vocalese. Like the pianists, you know, we're always taught to make the piano sing, but singers use consonants, and basically that's a consonant, tuck, 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 and then tuck, ah, tuck, ah. The onward sustain of the string is the vowel, and the impact of the hammer is the consonants. So here I'm reducing the impact of the hammer to almost nothing. And so I don't know. Do you look here? See there, I intentionally put a consonant in it. Come, kim, come, kim, tim, tim, tum, tum. I put the consonants in. And now that I'm thinking of it, you know, I like that one too. Yeah? But I like to have options. You know, this is tim, tom, tim, tim. I believe that's a valid artistic decision. But I like having this one where I reduce the consonants to the actual minimum, the absolute minimum. And I won't cheat, I'm not using the soft pedal. Look at my foot. So look, that was the standing action. Do you see what I'm gonna put as little consonant as I can in. I'm just gonna make it an almost pure vowel. And the standing action took me here. And the standing action took me here. And the standing action took this hand hip joint even higher. Oh, even higher. Like I'm almost levitating. I'm almost levitating. So that's how you get that kind of ethereal, like non-material sound. By, look, this is material, this is less material. You know, it's just pure vibration, and this is slightly more grounded vibration. So as I said, the slightly more grounded one is also, for me, a valid artistic choice. But like I said, I like to have choices. Are there any questions about that? Any impressions? How is all this hitting you? Like, how does it, what's going on inside? Is it, it's confusion, or it's interesting, or, oh, I like this, I don't like that? You're just soaking it in. So it's all very new. I know. I find it's very hard to give these lectures because it's all so new. And I feel like I'm speaking a totally foreign language. And I'm always looking for ways to make it a common language and not a totally foreign language. Which is why I like a demonstration like this, but even if my words are kind of weird and the language I'm using is kind of weird, the ears, oh, yeah. You can hear what's going on at the musical level. So maybe these ideas will seep in kind of intuitively and in a musical, artistic way more than this left brain. You have to understand everything totally way. So, maybe I've tortured your left brains enough. We're going to have one more lecture tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and now for the rest of the day, we have 2 lessons now, and then a lunch break, and then 2 more lessons. I think you're in the afternoon, right, Lenny?
Yes.
Yeah. And then normally at 4 o'clock we would have the Feldenkrais, and then at 5 o'clock question and answers. But today we're joining the regular Hans Eisler Musikschule Feldenkrais class. So that's going to be at 5, and so we'll have our question and answer at 4. We'll have the question and answer just like this, but maybe more questions, I hope, maybe, please. And yes, Lenny.
I need to go at 4 o'clock.
Oh no! So you're gonna miss the Feldenkrais. Okay. Too bad. Well, we'll make sure that your lesson finishes on time then. So your dad's gonna come and pick you up at 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
In this time that you have lessons, can I go and eat something?
Yes, we have a 2-hour lunch break. I gave myself a very generous lunch break. I used to take an hour because we've got a lot of lessons to do, and I'm getting old. It's just like, give me some downtime at lunch. So now it's two 45-minute lessons, which will supposed to finish at 12:30, but will probably be more like 12:45, and then we start again at 2:30. So there's an hour and 45 minutes for lunch. Okay?
And a lesson is 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes they go over a little bit. Sometimes not. So are you like the first after lunch or the second after lunch? I forget. I've got a schedule.
Quarter past 3.
So you're the last lesson of the day. So we have to keep on time, because if you have to leave at 4, we don't want to start your lesson too late. Yeah.